guys, thanks for coming back, and if you're new, thanks for coming. For those of you who are new, my name is Jessica, and I like to create videos that are based on luxury, fashion, and beauty. So if that is something that you're interested in, then please consider subscribing. Today, we are going to be talking about vintage / pre-loved Chanel. So if that is something that you'd like to hear about, that you're interested in, or if you're just curious, then please stay tuned. I have beside me 4 vintage or pre-loved items that are Chanel that I purchased. So I am going to go through each one by one in the order that I purchased them and discuss them with you. And at the end, we'll talk about whether I think vintage or pre-loved Chanel is worth it and whether it's something I'll continue to do in the future. So the very first vintage Chanel piece that I purchased is a medium classic flap, and I purchased this in January of 2023. So I purchased it from, actually everything here I purchased from a consignment shop that is based in Canada. They also have a location in California. Okay, so the first item that I purchased was a Chanel medium classic flap in caviar with gold hardware. And it actually came with the box. It did not come with the dust bag, so they gave me their dust bag. However, what I have been using, I think I took this dust bag from my Chanel sneakers, and I just have been using it as the dust bag. So here she is. I believe that I got a really excellent deal on this bag. So you can see that there is some like structural wear here, and I think that's probably just because of the way that the bag was stored. But first, let me tell you, this bag is from 2003 to 2004. So this bag is either 20 or 21 years old. And I will say, so when I bought it, it was either 19 or 20 years old, right? And when I opened the box initially, I was like blown away. I was like, wow, this is actually in really, really good shape. It's vintage, right? Because of the year. So you know that this is gold plated. This is actual, gold that's on here, which is amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's caviar leather. So it's very, very this leather is very hard. It's structured, which is perfect for me. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, so it came with, so this is how you know how old this bag is. The inside flap is black. They don't even make the inside flap black anymore. At least I don't believe they do. I think all of the inside flaps now, at least on the black bags, are that maroon color. So yes. And then, I mean, if you know what a medium classic flap looks like, it's just, I don't believe there's any difference. Oh, that's how it goes. But what was I going to say? Why did I feel comfortable buying from this shop that I bought from? They have a lifetime guarantee of authenticity. So that made me feel comfortable, because anyone who knows me knows that previously I was like, no, I don't buy it. I don't want anything that's been used. I don't care what you call it. I don't care if you call it pre-loved, if you call it vintage. That's just another name for old and used, and I don't want it. That's how I used to feel. But yeah, I obviously no longer feel that way. This bag did come, so it did come with the box, and it came with the authenticity card. I believe that's all it came with. It did not come with the bag, like I said. I'm trying to, oh, here's the card. I was like, where did I store the authenticity card? But I put it in the pocket. I love this bag. Admittedly, have I used it a lot? Recently, no, and I'll get to the reason why on that. But initially, when I first bought it, yes, I was wearing it anytime I was going out, which admittedly is not frequent, but anytime I had somewhere to go, I was wearing it. Now, after I received it, I was very much like, oh, this is kind of addicting, because this is actually my first ever Chanel bag at all. So I was like, oh, this is kind of like addicting, but it's a little small. And I wanted to get a maxi, which I did get, which I'll talk about next. But yeah, I absolutely love this bag and got it for a great price. So I would say if you are still someone who is interested in a medium classic flap and you don't already have one, and if the drawback for you is the price, which that was certainly the drawback for me, I would say certainly Preloved is worth it, especially if you're getting it from a place that has a lifetime guarantee of authenticity. Then certainly, I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Okay, the next item is a Chanel maxi single flap. Also got this for what I would consider an amazing price. As you can see, it's patent leather. So the single flap, I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that it's no longer being produced. So some of the reasons why it was such a good price, it is patent leather, which is typically less expensive than the caviar leather, and also less expensive than the lambskin leather. So it's patent leather, silver hardware, which typically, at least what I've seen, like on the resale market, is that silver hardware tends to be less expensive than the gold hardware or the champagne gold hardware. And also the fact that it's a single flap. Single flaps tend to be less expensive than the double flaps. So this is the maxi size. I did not mind that it was a single flap. In fact, I kind of preferred it, because before I purchased this bag, when did I purchase this bag? I want to say this was in October or November I think it was October of 2023, last year. So before I purchased it, I went and did my typical research, as I do, and a lot of the research that I did showed that there was just more room in the single flap, because it's a single flap, it's less structured, and because it's not caviar, it's less structured, and so you can fit more things in it, which is actually what I wanted, because the main reason why I bought this was because I was like, I didn't want to have to carry like a diaper bag around whenever, like if I went out to a place that was actually like a nice place, or like a restaurant or something like that. I kind of didn't want, like I just didn't want to carry around a diaper bag. So I got this because I'm like, this is roomy enough that I can actually fit in the things that I would need if it's just for a few hours. Like I literally, when I go places, I put diapers in here, I put wipes in here, I put snacks in here, and it doesn't look overly stuffed. It's literally, I believe, perfect for what I needed it for, So, what did this one come with? This one did not come with its original box. So they shipped it to me in, the consignment shop shipped it to me in their own labeled box. This one did come with its dust bag. And actually, I don't know if this is the dust bag that originally came with this purse, but this is the dust bag that the consignment shop sent it to me in. So that's what I've been using for it. This one, to my surprise, actually, because I didn't realize that it was going to come with its like receipt. It actually came with its original receipt. It also came with, yes, it came with its authenticity card. It came with its original tag. And do you know what's crazy? The original price is still on here. The person who initially bought this bag paid $3,700 for it, and I paid less than that. It came with the original little booklet. I don't know if you guys can see that there because of the light, but it came with the original booklet. It came with the original, what is this? This is the card it was purchased from the Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm trying to remember if they put the date on here. So they crossed out they crossed out the date. They crossed out the order number, the date, the payment method, obviously, because you don't want someone running around with that information. It crossed out the address it was shipped to. So I don't know actually when it was. I think when I first got it, I want to say I tried really hard to read through like the order date so that I could tell about how old it was. I can't remember. But this is probably something that I could easily figure out, because I would probably just have to Google when was the maxi flap and patent leather single flap, what year was that $3,700, right? Because it's no longer that price. So, but yeah, it came with the original receipt as well. So felt comfortable with that. And like I said, again, they've got that lifetime guarantee. This bag is awesome. It really is. If you are looking for something that is like truly functional, like that you can fit a ton of stuff in here that is not restrictive, but that still looks very structured and put together, this is it. Like, this is definitely it. And so, like I said, the reason why I said I haven't been carrying the medium classic flap much is because of this. As soon as I got this is literally now my go-to bag. Any time that I'm going somewhere, like just not by myself and I need to carry all those things, I put them directly in here, and I still look good. I still look put together, and it's like you would think that I'm just traveling without a diaper bag, but I'm not. So yeah, this, absolutely love it. Would totally recommend. And like I said, if you're needing it because if you're getting the maxi because you truly need the space, I would honestly say, and if you're considering like the pre-loved market, I would honestly recommend the single flap. I can't necessarily say if I'd recommend it over the double flap because I don't have the double flap in the maxi size, but this has been perfect for me. I've loved it. Now, the third pre-loved item that I got is, which one is it? This one. This is a brooch. Now, I have wanted a Chanel brooch for a number of years. I want to say, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years, but just never found the one that I thought looked to be what I wanted it to. And some years ago, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when like the champagne gold became so popular, it was like that was what they were, everything that they were making, all the brooches to me were looking champagne gold, and I didn't really love that. I liked the true like gold, the bold gold color. So I saw this and absolutely needed it. The second that I saw it, because you guys know, if you guys have watched some of my other videos, you guys know that I'm not really an impulse shopper. I'm not really an impulse shopper. I do my research on things. If I'm purchasing something that is, you know, like if I'm purchasing something that is honestly, most times, if it's like over $1,000, sometimes even over $500, I'm going to do a little bit of research on it. I don't usually blind buy things. So, but this I did when I saw this, and maybe the price had to do with it too. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this, but I think it was around $700 or so. But I just fell in love with how gold it is and the pearls. Just thought that was beautiful. So absolutely love this. Now, this also came with its box. It came with its dust bag, which is this. This is the little dust bag. Also even came with the ribbon, the original ribbon, and the little card. So I believe this card is what tells you what year it's from. I want to say it should. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I never actually looked through this. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not sure what year this is from. I know when I first got it, or before I actually ordered it, I know I Googled it and found out what collection it was from, but I can no longer remember. But yeah, absolutely love this. So it's like I've moved from literally like pre-loved Chanel bags to now even like accessories. So clearly, I mean, I guess I don't have to wait till the end of the video to tell you guys. I'm very much sold on pre-loved Chanel. Like I haven't bought pre-loved of any other designer, but I'm certainly open to it if I were to see something that I truly love. It's just that it makes sense for Chanel just because of the the price difference. When you the price difference from in the store compared to pre-loved is just unbelievable. So this is the fourth and the final item that I got, which, believe it or not, is earrings. Right now, initially I was like, do I want to actually buy pre-loved earrings? Like, do I want to wear earrings that someone else has worn? So before I got them, I did some research and I said, okay, how can you disinfect earrings? I know for some people they may not think like, oh, that's an issue, but I wanted to just make sure I would be able to do it. So I went ahead and disinfected them. But yes, these were another one that I saw and I didn't put much thought into it. However, I still wouldn't necessarily consider it an impulse buy because these are earrings that I had wanted. So you can see that they're on the gold chain, and then they have the crystals here, and then the pearls on the C's. So I actually had never seen this particular style before getting them. But I saw this style that was also a similar style. However, instead of the gold, it was like a gunmetal, and then the CCs were gold. And I really wanted those, but was never able to get them. And I didn't put much effort into finding them. These I wasn't specifically looking for, but I saw them. And occasionally I will just go and browse the consignment shop that I'm talking about, and that's based in Canada. I'll just browse their app and see what they have. And these popped up, and I absolutely love them. I have only worn them once so far, but I've only had them 3 months. So, but yeah, and also just because I feel like because of the pearls, they're a little bit more dressy. Like, this is not something that I feel like I could just wear any time. There has to kind of be the right outfit for it, in my opinion. So yeah, these are the earrings. These came in its box. So both the earrings and the brooch were in like new condition. So it came with the box. It came with its dust bag. It came with, this one actually came with the booklet and the tag. So I know that, so they were $8.50 original, and I don't think it was $8.50. Maybe it was. I think it might have been about this exact same price of what I paid for it. Yeah, and then it also came with its booklet. So I was very happy to receive these. But yeah, you guys, that is my kind of pre-loved / vintage review. Kind of show and tell type thing. So would I recommend Chanel pre-loved? If you haven't gotten it already, absolutely, I would 1000% recommend it. If you can get it from somewhere that is reputable. I personally would not feel comfortable buying anything pre-loved from just a random person, on Poshmark, for example. Personally, I wouldn't trust it because I don't know that person. I don't know that person, and they could be trying to scam you. Number one, they could potentially not even have the item. They could have the item, but it could not be an authentic item. Even if they think it is, it could potentially not be. I know that Poshmark has if something is over a certain amount, I know that they do authenticate it, but I don't know anything about their authentication process. I don't know what would happen if you were to receive something from Poshmark. It was already authenticated, but then you went to go take it somewhere to get it, just authenticated yourself, and they told you that it wasn't. I don't know what would happen. I don't know if you could return it. I don't know. So I don't feel comfortable with things like that. But if it is a reputable consignment shop or a resale shop that stands by their authenticity and will allow you to return it if it turns out that it's not authentic, then I absolutely recommend it. Well, that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.